second ever Sunday episode of Full Metal Classic. I am your host, Cameron Holzman, and for the first time ever, I have a nickname. So presenting for the first time to the world, I am Cameron, the Conductor Holzman, and as themed with my nickname, I will be conducting today's match. So before anything, we're going to go through and we're going to introduce all of our competitors, and we are going to start with Nick Big Sal Carly. Nick, how's it going?
It's going great. Happy to be here. Happy to get another crack at it, and we've got a pretty good group here today. So I hope to keep along with everybody. So it should be a good time.
All right. Up next, we have Brooklyn, the Black Lantern Veil. Brooklyn, how's it going?
It's dandy. It's been a hot minute since I've played the Full Metal Classic. I love with this panel, especially we're representing different aspects of the fan community. Sandy, obviously, like part of the Fan Reaction League and the founder of Full Metal. Hunter would join a little bit later, and then I would join a couple months after to do various stuff. Sal, I know, was a big part of like the MTFO League, and he joined recently. And then Jack, who's literally his first matches today. So it's good to see that like all these different aspects and different eras really are coming together for a Full Metal Classic.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And next we have Sandy, the Sandman Robinson. How's it going, Sandy?
It's great. I will echo Brooklyn's statements that it's been a while since I've been here. I think the last time it was early in season 2, and then I just didn't have time for it anymore. So I'm happy that we have the second classic that we set up for you guys, and Cameron's hosting it. I don't know. I'm almost positive Brooklyn took a shot at me being old in that one there, But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one.
Did I do that?
So you know what, he's right though. I mean, to see the breadth of the whole fan community here in one shot is really awesome. So yeah, can't wait to play.
All right, and up next we have Hunter, the Hitman Chambliss. Hunter, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Last time I had one of these Full Metal Classic matches, I completely stunk it up. Hopefully I do better than 2 points. Let's hope for that. And yeah, let's go.
And finally, we have making his Full Metal debut, my friend Jack the Joker Pinchuk. Jack, how's it going?
Going good, Cameron. Really happy to be here, making my Full Metal Classic debut, and I also hope to get more than 2 points this time.
2 seems to be the baseline that everyone's looking for. Let's see if we can do it. So to briefly go over the rules once again, for anyone who's just tuning in to watch the stream for the first time. Round 1. 8 questions in 8 different categories. You're gonna write your answer down on either your whiteboard or your paper. You're gonna have time to answer it. And I'm gonna have you put your boards up, and I'm gonna go one by one. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you don't. Sound good, everybody?
Yep.
And remember, if you need them, you have 3 repeats to use throughout the entire match. But we are going to get going. Our first question is in the category of comedies.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh boy.
Who plays King Arthur in Monty Python and the Holy Grail? I love this movie. I've been talking about this movie a lot recently with some friends for reasons that you lovely community members may see in a few weeks. And you'll have 5, 4, 2, 1. Boards up. All right, and we will start with Nick. Nick, what do you got?
I got Terry Gilliam. No, that's wrong.
That's incorrect. Brooklyn.
I'm like 95% sure I'm wrong as well. I said Eric Idle.
Eric Idle is not correct. Sandy?
I almost said Eric Idle, but then I went with the other one. I said John Cleese.
John Cleese is incorrect.
Damn it.
Hunter.
Nothing.
And Jack?
Nothing.
The correct answer was Graham Chapman.
That's
Wow.
The other Monty Python guy.
it. Yeah, the one guy.
Also, just a reminder for everyone, please keep your hands on screen. Perfect. Yeah. Like, just essentially hold your paper up and write like this, just so, because perfect. Yeah, exactly. Next question is in the category of science fiction. In Attack the Block, the invading aliens are entirely black, except for their mouths, which glow what color? I really enjoyed this movie. It was, I believe this was the first film appearance of John Boyega, produced by my favorite director of all time. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. And we will start with Brooklyn.
Yellow.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Sandy?
I have no idea either. I've never seen it, but I said blue.
Blue is the correct answer. Hunter?
Yellow.
Jack?
Green.
All right. And Nick?
Blue.
Blue. Also, Jack, just when you're showing your answer, can you move your paper a bit closer to your camera so I can see it better? Perfect.
Is that good? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Just do that. Your next question in the category of actors and actresses. In the 2010s, which actress played a fairy tale princess, a musician who owns a hotel, and a classic literary character in an apocalyptic setting? I'm a big fan of this actress. I've seen 2 of the 3 movies that are written about in this question. And we'll give you 5.
Repeat the question.
Repeat the question. All right. In the 2010s, which actress played a fairy tale princess, a musician who owns a hotel, and a classic literary character in an apocalyptic setting? Really enjoyed one of these movies. The other one was fine, and the other one I didn't see.
I bet I know which one you didn't see.
Yeah.
Probably.
I've seen
In
one
5,
of the movies.
4, 3, 2, 1, and we will start with Sandy.
I believe it's Lily James.
It is Lily James. Hunter.
I said Amy Adams.
Jack.
Lily James.
Perfect. Jack is on the board.
Yeah.
Nick.
Oh, Lily James. Thank you for that repeat, whoever put that out there.
I believe that was Brooklyn. And did the repeat help Brooklyn?
Couldn't remember her name from Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. I was sitting here nightly.
It was Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. The 3 movies were Cinderella, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, and the one I haven't seen, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
It's so good.
It's actually pretty good.
It's so good.
All right, your next question. In the category of everyone's favorite, movie release dates.
Oh boy.
Well, at least we have Brooklyn here, so he can take all of our orders.
This is true. Brooklyn, what is the sandwich for today?
Beef dip.
Nice.
Yeah. Jack, this is an inside joke that you won't get yet, but you'll grow to love it and understand it. What year saw the release of Space Jam? I just watched this movie again last week, and boy, oh boy, does it not hold up at all.
Shit.
And we're going to go with 5,
I might be year off. Brooklyn.
3, 2, 1, and we will start with Hunter.
1996.
That is correct.
1 year off. 1995.
Ooh.
Jack, you're getting a free sandwich. Nick.
Oh, sorry. 1996.
Brooklyn.
It's my curse for a reason. 1997.
And Sandy.
Yeah, it was like I wasn't even fucking close. I said 93.
I mean, you got the right decade at least.
Yeah.
All right, your next question is in the category of animated. What is the name of Lilo's social worker in Lilo and Stitch? I need first and last name.
Oh my.
I tested this question with a few people, and Caleb Boatman ran to the board.
No, of course he did.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. And we will start with Jack.
I had no answer because I have seen that movie once.
You got to see it more often, man. Nick.
I know.
I was starting to write the actor's name. I believe it was Ving Rhames. I couldn't tell you.
Ving Rhames was the actor, but we're looking for the character. Does Brooklyn have it?
I just said my good friend Mr. Mackey. Okay.
Okay. That works.
That is incorrect. Sandy
Okay. That's it. That's all I got.
and Hunter.
Nope. Just no.
The answer is Cobra Bubbles.
That's it.
His
Cobra
knuckles say
Obviously,
Cobra.
guys. Obviously.
I just watched this movie like 2 weeks ago for the first time. How did I not remember that?
I love it so much.
I'm
It's probably my
disappointed in
favorite
myself.
Disney animated film.
It's pretty damn good.
All right, your next question is in everyone's favorite category, horror films.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Chucky,
I
baby.
knew Sandy would react like that. The 2008 horror film Let the Right One In was made in what European country? Not only is it a horror question, it's
It's
also
a freaking non-US film.
question.
What the hell, Cameron? My two
Just
favorite
wait, Sandy. Your next question is going to be Will Ferrell movie quotes.
Oh, mother.
Repeat.
frickin' hell.
All right. Who was that asked for the repeat? Was that
Hunter.
for the repeat? The 2008 horror film Let the Right One In was made in what European country? This movie was remade. I didn't see the remake either.
The remake
Didn't see
and the
this
original
movie.
are incredible.
I've seen neither one. 5, 4,
Believe it.
3, 2, 1. Boards up, and we start with Nick, I believe.
Is it France?
It is not France.
Dang.
I don't have it.
I said Sweden.
Sweden is the correct answer. Brooklyn's on.
Nice.
Sandy,
Yeah, I did not say Sweden.
Yeah.
would you care to share your answer with the class?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was started with an S. I said Spain.
Hunter,
Sweden.
All right.
Nice.
Sweden. Yeah, I can see it. And Jack,
Germany. I said Germany. I hate
I mean,
that.
it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
All right, your next question is in the category of action. In what action film will you find the characters Simon Skinner, Lurch, and Danny Butterman? I love this movie.
God bless you, Cameron. God bless you.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you very much. Love this movie. 5, 4.
Hey,
Repeat from Hunter. Hunter, you got one left after this.
Yep.
In what action film will you find the characters Simon Skinner, Lurch, and Danny Butterman? Just drop my marker.
Mhm.
Just watched this movie a couple weeks ago. Forced a friend of mine to watch it. That friend was not Jack.
Was it Jonah?
4. It was 3.
Yeah.
2, 1. Boards up. We will start with Brooklyn.
Yarp. Hot Fuzz.
It is Hot Fuzz. Sam,
Wow.
I didn't have anything.
Hunter,
The Running Man, which is also correct or incorrect.
Jack,
I had nothing.
and Nick.
Thanks again for the repeat, Hot Fuzz.
Nice.
You can grab
All
my
right,
pen.
and your final question in the first round is in everyone's favorite category, movie quotes.
Oh boy.
Mm.
In what Oscar-winning screenplay will you hear the quote, "You guys do nothing but complain about how you can't stand it in this place here and you don't have the guts to just walk out? What do you think you are, for Christ's sake? Crazy or something?" I love this movie. Also, you guys are going to get a little bit of extra time because it's a long quote. Love, 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 love this movie.
Oscar-winning screenplay.
We still got plenty of time for you, boys. If you want to use a repeat and make me read all that again, you can absolutely do so.
I will do
Jack,
that.
is that point asking for a repeat?
Yep.
All right.
Repeat.
Jack using his first repeat. In what Oscar-winning film will you hear the quote, "You guys do nothing but complain about how you can't stand it in this place here and you don't have the guts to just walk out? What do you think you are? What do you think you are, for Christ's sake? Crazy or something? Well, you're not." I absolutely love this movie.
Just trying to go through Cameron's top 10 list here. I don't think one.
Hidden advantage right there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you're going to have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. And we will start with Sandy.
I said One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That is correct.
Oh, yes.
Hunter?
I had Logan.
Jack?
I had the only one that could come to my head was Pulp Fiction, and I knew that was wrong. I just was picking an Oscar winner. So.
Yeah. Nick?
I put Wolf of Wall Street.
And Brooklyn.
I put The Big Short.
All right. So we have reached the end of our first round. So we're going to go through the scores. So in first place with a score of 4 points, we have Nick.
What?
Followed by Sandy with 3. Followed by Brooklyn and Hunter with 2. Unfortunately, Jack only had 1 point, so we're going to have to say Jack. If you want to stick around and keep watching and hang out and talk with us after the stream's done, that's great. But for right now, I got to take you off the call. Sound good?
Yep.
All right. And we move on to our second round. So what I need from Nick is I need 2 numbers between 1 and 6.
1 and 6. Let's go with 2 and 4.
2 and 4. Up next, we have Sandy.
How many numbers you want?
I just need 1 from you.
That's 1. 5.
5 from Sandy. Hunter and Brooklyn are tied. So, Brooklyn, give me a number.
1.
1 from Brooklyn. And Hunter, do you want 3 or 6?
Give me 3.
3. That means 6 is our magic number for the day. Spin this wheel, everybody. And the number we have is 4. That is going to be Nick, you are going to get to choose our category in the second round today.
All right.
The categories that you have available to you are real siblings on screen, Edgar Wright movies, movies with the word wind in the title, Sylvester Stallone movies, movies with the word full in the title. If you don't like any of those, you can go for today's secret category.
Oh.
All right, Nick. Be smart, Nick. Like, you know what happens. You know what happens. Don't pick the secret category. Just don't do it.
Nick.
I'm not doing it. I'm gonna go with Edgar Wright movies.
Edgar Wright, man after my own heart. If you
I mean,
couldn't tell by the
Brooklyn
big
like
ass poster on the wall.
Come on, Scott Pilgrim.
All right.
Crap, did he direct
Category is Edgar Wright movies. So remember, write it down on your whiteboard. You have repeats still available. Your first question. In what Edgar Wright film will you find key locations such as the hole in the wall and the beehive? I thoroughly enjoyed this film, but then again, I thoroughly enjoy all of Edgar Wright's films because I'm a shill. And we are going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we will start up at the top with Nick.
At World's End.
I'm sorry, Brooklyn.
Ah, shit.
The World's End?
It's The World.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh,
Sandy
jeez.
It is The World's End.
Yeah,
and Hunter.
I had Scott Pilgrim first of the world, so
Sorry, you confused it with the last Pirates
I did.
of the Caribbean movie, my
That's
friend.
exactly what I did. Oh well.
I have
All
done
right.
that before, Nick, and that's why I knew this one.
I apologize for this question, but I regret one thing.
No, you're not.
In Baby Driver, what does Eddie No-Nose say is the no-nose no-no number one? Like I said, I'm sorry, but really not.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And that is going to be 5,
Repeat.
4. Repeat. Hunter, that's your last one.
Yep.
In Baby Driver, what does Eddie No-Nose say is the no-nose no-no number one? I'll be fairly lenient on phrasing. As long as you get the general idea of what it is. And we are going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up, pens up. And we're going to start with Brooklyn.
Wait till everyone's in the car?
Sorry, that's incorrect. Sandy?
Always be on time.
Nope. Hunter?
No relationships during the job.
Nope. Nick?
I didn't finish it. I was putting wearing a mask, but that's not right either.
I'm sorry, but the no-nose no-no number one is asking him how he lost his nose.
That's
yeah.
right.
No-nos. Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's a very confusing quote, and it's a very confusing question. Your next question, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, takes place in what city? This is my favorite film of all time. I love it so much. I forced all of my friends to watch it, and they kind of...
I hope I'm right with this.
5,
Homer.
4, 3, 2, 1. Time. We will start with Sandy.
I said Chicago.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Hunter?
Pittsburgh?
Nope. Nick?
Toronto.
Toronto is the correct name.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Brooklyn.
Up in Toronto.
There he goes.
In Toronto.
How did I miss that?
And your fourth and final question, and I gotta stop doing this. I gotta stop writing 2 questions about the same movie in one match. Throughout Hot Fuzz, Nicholas Angel and Danny Butterman are chasing after what kind of animal?
Oh, God. No, don't. No, come on.
You know, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I forced a friend of mine to watch this a week ago.
I feel like that's not a bad thing because
In
that's
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question. Repeat the question.
Brooklyn. Not Sandy. Brooklyn. Brooklyn, you've got one left after this.
Yep.
In Hot Fuzz, Nicholas Angel and Danny. Throughout Hot Fuzz, Nicholas Angel and Danny Butterman are chasing after what kind of animal? This is a great joke throughout the entire movie. I thoroughly enjoy it. Let's see if you guys remember it as well as I do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Board up. And we will start with Hunter.
I said a deer.
That's incorrect. Nick?
a goose.
You're closer, but nope. Brooklyn?
No, I said a cat.
Nope. And Sandy?
God damn it.
I said a bird.
No, I know what it is now.
needed you to be a bit more specific. The answer
It's a swan? Fuck.
It's a swan. Fuck. Oh, I'm sorry.
is a swan.
Sorry.
Oh,
No, all right, I'm technically right.
You are technically right, because I did say what kind of animal, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah, I think I kind of have to give Sandy the point on that one.
Yeah.
I wasn't specific enough in my questioning.
that was the question. I'm
He's getting
okay with it.
eliminated, though.
It's okay. That's good. Yeah.
All right. So at the end of round 2, we have in the lead still. We have Nick getting 1 point, bringing him up to 5. Followed by Sandy and Brooklyn tied at 4, and unfortunately Hunter with 2 points, I'm gonna have to send you home right
I
now.
tried it. I tied my record though.
You got it.
How's your record? You got the 2 you were looking for, and that's what matters.
I'm actually tied with Nick. I had 3 coming out of round 1, and I got 2 right in round 2. So
Yep.
Sorry, which 2 did you get?
I got number 1 and number 4 right.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh yeah, you did. I just didn't mark down your 1. There we go. Okay.
All right, guys. Later.
Yep. See
Later,
ya.
Hunter.
Cheers.
And we are down to 3. So round 3 works like this. It is our double Jeopardy round. We have 5 questions. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you lose a point. It's still doing whiteboards. To recap all of you, Sandy, you still have all 3 repeats. Nick, you still have all 3 repeats. Brooklyn, you have 1. And your first question, and you're going to get a bit of extra time for this because this is once again a long quote. What film opens with the quote, say, any of you boys smithies, or if not smithies per se, were you otherwise trained in the metallurgic arts before straitened circumstances forced you into a life of aimless wandering? This, and one person got very, very mad at themselves for missing this. But that is how it goes. In 5, 4, 3.
Hate to do this,
Two.
but repeat the question.
What?
Sorry.
I'm going to take that one off of Nick because he said it first. What opens with the quote, say, any of you boys smithies, or if not smithies per se, were you otherwise trained in the metallurgic arts before straitened circumstances forced you into a life of aimless wandering? Absolutely love this movie. So good. And we are going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. And we will start with Nick.
I put Book of Eli, but I know that's not right.
That is incorrect.
Yep.
Sandy.
I know I'm wrong too. I said A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale is incorrect. And Brooklyn.
I guess the Warriors.
The Warriors is incorrect. The answer is, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Ah, son of a.
Oh,
that's-
jeez.
I was wondering where I'd heard the Smithy before, and I couldn't. It was so
Yeah.
familiar. Damn.
Light bulb right there. Yeah.
No.
All right, your next question. In the category of directors, who directed Kubo and the Two Strings and Bumblebee? I really enjoyed both of these movies. Especially like Kubo. I love everything that Laika does, except for Box Trolls. Box Trolls is meh. And that's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. And we will start with Sandy.
I said Brad Payton.
That is incorrect. Nick
I didn't get anything.
and Brooklyn.
Nope.
The answer is Travis Knight.
Knight.
Travis Knight.
Damn
I knew it was something Knight. I couldn't think of his first name. Ugh.
All right. I'm going to give you guys extra time on this one as well because it's a bit of a thinker.
Mm-hmm.
The category of movie release dates. How many years after the original Blade Runner was Blade Runner 2049 released? You got to know 2 release dates and you got to know math, which is not popular in Full Metal, as many chats have indicated. And we are going to be giving you 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question. Oh.
It's coming off of Nick once again.
I can no, actually, Cameron, I can take that one.
You'll take it? Okay.
I mean, yeah.
You're both at 2. Brooklyn, you're still at 1. How many years after the original Blade Runner was Blade Runner 2049 released? Will Brooklyn be earning a super duper sandwich from this super duper movie release dates question?
I know I'm gonna.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the same boat.
It's gonna be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Board's up. And we're going to start with Brooklyn.
I said 30.
That's incorrect. Nick?
I said 33.
Closer, but still not correct.
Yeah.
Me and Nick had the exact same idea. 33.
Yeah.
The original Blade Runner was released in 1982. Blade
I
Runner
got that.
was released in 2017. The answer
17.
I went 15. Shit.
All right. Let's see if round 3 will continue to yield no harvest in terms of answers.
Barn burner here, people.
In what film does Winona Ryder play a character with borderline personality disorder? I watched this movie for the first time earlier this year. I really enjoy it. Director directed one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. And we will go with 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right. Brooklyn coming in right under the wire with his last one. In what film does Winona Ryder play a character with borderline personality disorder? I just really liked this movie. It was a very good movie. And it will be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we will start with Nick.
Is it Girl Interrupted?
It is Girl Interrupted. Sandy?
It is. Girl Interrupted.
It is. And Brooklyn.
I said Edward Scissorhands.
That is incorrect. And unfortunately, with that, Brooklyn, you have been eliminated. And now our final question. And I have a feeling we could end up going to tiebreakers after this one. Who plays Vinny's cousin who is on trial for murder in My Cousin Vinny?
Oh,
Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to be happening. Let's pull up the other document of trivia questions for tiebreakers. Oh boy. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sandy?
The Karate Kid himself, Ralph Macchio.
That is correct. And Nick?
Oh, hopefully spelling doesn't. I put.
No, spelling's not going to count on this one.
Oh.
There is an H in there, but
Yeah.
it is the Karate Kid himself, Ralph Macchio, which means we are currently tied, and we're going to tiebreakers.
Good game,
So,
Nick.
for 2 people left, we're not
Great game
using
as well.
the classic tiebreaker questions. We're going to just do questions until one of you gets it right and the other one gets it wrong.
Okay.
Because ending this Rotten Tomatoes or box office question would be the worst.
I completely agree with you.
Depends on what the question is.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So, your first tiebreaker question, also for the record, you both have 2 repeats left if you would like to use them at any point. What is the only Disney animated movie that takes place in Canada? I thoroughly enjoyed this film. Me and my one friend have a special bond over this film. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Repeat from Nick. What is the only Disney animated movie that takes place in Canada? The movie takes place in Canada. Maybe that will give Sandy an advantage being a fellow Canadian, but who knows? We will see. And we will see in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. And we will go to Nick.
It's Pocahontas?
Sorry, that's incorrect. Sandy?
I said Open Range.
That's also incorrect. The answer, Brother Bear.
Oh, that was the other.
That was literally the one that I was thinking about because I always forget that it's a Disney movie, and then I just lower it. Damn it!
Oh, I knew it was one of those old,
All right. Name one of the 4 objects needed to break the curse in Into the Woods. I love the stage musical of Into the Woods, and the movie sucks because it gets rid of the best part of the stage musical, which is when the characters straight up murder the narrator. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. And Sandy.
I have no idea. I said Red Riding Hood's cape.
And Nick.
I think that's actually a right answer. I put cow's milk, but I don't think that's right.
And your winner, Sandy, the Sandman Robinson. The 4 answers you could have had are a cow as white as milk.
Okay.
Man,
A cape as red as blood, or Red Riding Hood's cape. A hair as yellow as corn, or a slipper as pure as gold, which is Cinderella's slipper.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had those other 3. I picked the wrong one.
Yeah. And so Sandy, making your return to Classic, and you get. How do you feel?
I feel extraordinarily lucky. There's no question about that. I mean, Nick have faced each other in another division before, and I'm extraordinarily impressed with him today. It's awesome that one of our new players is showing this kind of skill in Classic. I mean, you know what? Classic. Well, I mean, you know how I love Classic. I mean, you and Jay are killing it. Being back for the first time, yay. It's nice to get that win. But I mean, everybody else played really, really well too. And I just got lucky on that last one because literally I was going to say the first thing I had was Snow White's apple. And that's what I was going to put down. And I just couldn't think of it. And then I was remembered, man, isn't Red Riding Hood a big part of that movie? Maybe it's her cape. So I just put that down. Literally had zero idea. I've never seen it before. So, so congratulations to Nick. And yay, maybe I'll do this again and get into the Classic championship match this year.
Yeah. And Nick, how are you feeling? You got second place and it was a close match.
No, I'm very happy with my performance. Sandy, I really appreciate those kind words. I have been I think it's all about practice when it comes to these matches and getting in front of the camera and the timing and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm finally getting comfortable in that time. And I feel like that showed today. So I'm happy to do well. The last few Classic matches were I got knocked out in the first round, the last 3. So this feels really good to make it this far and make it into overtime as well. That was really nice.
Absolutely came down to the wire. Some might say that the too generalized wording of the Hot Fuzz question was the deciding factor in this, but unfortunately, when you don't write questions that are airtight, something like that is bound to happen.
Yeah, it happens, and
we'll make sure it doesn't happen again. But if that's the only thing that stops Nick from winning, then we should be afraid.
But he had, he did have 2 questions that, I'm not obviously not taking anything away, but there was, 2 questions of movie. He said, I've never seen this movie. And he ends up getting the answer. So it's but it happens almost every match that happens. So,
but all right, with that, that brings an end to the second ever Sunday episode of Full Metal Classic. So on behalf of Nick, Sandy, Brooklyn, Hunter, and Jack, I'm Cameron, the conductor Holzman, and tune in next week to see what happens.